Welcome to Craft Art Collectibles YouTube channel. I'm John, got the family here. In this video we're going to be doing some stone polishing and grinding, basically. Just basically checking out what we got going on here. Sarah got a rock tumbler for her birthday and got some stones in it. I came up with this setup right here. Basically it's a stone for my I don't know if you can see this. Here, let me move this stuff over. No, just stay right there. I'll bring it to you. Oh. All it is a polishing stone. I've been using it for my knives to polish them or sharpen them, right? Okay, so I don't know where I came up with this, but it's working. What I'm doing is turning this into a heart. And I've already started shaping this. It was kind of square, so I've already done a lot of work to it just by using this. I got my a lot of drills already have a stop on them, an automatic run button. This one doesn't, so I'm just using some Velcro strap. That's it. I'm going to be shaping it. I'm going to be taking some more off this side right here into the point. I think this point right here is already good to go. I just need to match up. So I'm just kind of working it. That's it. And we got some other stones here to work. Now, it's been nice over here. You guys all know what happened 2 weeks ago. We had a foot of snow everywhere. Crazy people driving like nuts. It's warm again. I'm out to wearing shorts again, t-shirts. I went skating with shorts on the other day for Sarah's birthday. I probably look like the nuttiest person out there. No?
You weren't the only one wearing shorts.
We got some video. I got a little video. None of myself out there doing that, but I got some video of Sarah. And as you can see, it's taking shape. And again, Sarah, you should be behind the camera, making sure everything's going smoothly. Right? Sarah's learning a little camera action here. Now, I thought I was going to have a problem with the drill actually moving around on me. But just polishing these little stones here like this, it's not going to move. And I can hold it with one hand if I had to. I could strap it down. I could put a little vise on it. Or a clamp, you know, I wouldn't put a vise on it. Now my original thought was to actually cut a soda bottle to make a trough out of it and have the round end, the bottom of it, stay the same to keep anything from flying out. Well, as you can see, it's not going anywhere at this speed. It probably would at a higher speed, but we don't need any higher. I could take it up. Even if I took it up, you can see it doesn't. Alright, so again, I'm getting real close. I still need to take a little bit more off this side. Yeah, now see, I had it spinning about that quick earlier, but it loosened up on me and I didn't want to mess with it, so I didn't. Now basically at this point I'm just kind of shaping, rounding the edges. Okay, now I got that point pretty good for the time being. I'm going to go ahead and start working on the top end of it. Okay? Rounding off these points. What do you think? As you can see, it starts doing pretty good.
Yeah. This would be another good one to take. That one, the soda white.
Yeah, as you can see, this, you gotta have some patience, that's for sure. So, hooked up the, I think I started talking about it, but didn't finish. Hooked up the wet saw and cut some geodes. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to have the wife actually show some of them off. I'm making this a heart, just so you guys know, just kind of jumping back and forth. You can see I'm rounding the edge. Oh, the battery died. Well, that's what happens. Go ahead and pause the video, honey, and we'll be back. All right. Back to it. I just went and got my electric drill. That's all. Just got to be more careful with this one. And again, I just set up, it does got a lock, but it only locks at full speed. So you can see, I'm still shaping this. I'm taking a little bit off this side, getting it round. So yeah, we got some nice deals here. Well, it's going to come over here and show them here in a second. Right, Jesse? I know you can't really see this. Let's see if I can, let's move these over a little bit, honey. And get right up in here. Just make sure I'm getting in, staying in the shot. Now, this ain't, it's nothing for me to touch that. Yeah, this is going to take a while, so let me go ahead and get some work done on it, and I'll bring you back. You can see what I'm doing. Pretty simple. As you can see, it's starting to come together. Look good, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back. All right, so it's taking shape. Okay. I'll keep working on this. All right, back at it again. It's actually another day. Packed it up, but that's what I got done. I actually broke out the Dremel so I could put the top groove in here a little bit deeper. So let's do that. I hate these discs. They break so easy. These little cut-off wheels. I'm not even sure how good they're going to work. And as I think you guys can see that. Yeah. Looking pretty good now. Oops, sorry. Let me cut that groove in just a little bit more. Kind of wondering how good they work on this. So yeah, I can see it's gonna be slow going. I'm gonna put that groove in there just a little more. And this disc isn't really doing a whole lot. That's a lot longer than putting on steel though. That's for sure. This'll cut steel. Not too bad either. But the blade goes quick. You're replacing them or they break. They're really easy to break. They're not like held together with wire or anything. All right, well, I'm going to keep on shaping it. I won't make you guys watch me do all this. Let's see if you can see that pretty good. Actually looked better when I just held it up with my hand. So yeah, all right. I'm gonna start polishing the faces out. So I'll be back. All right, we're back. All right, so basically what I'm going to be doing is polishing this right here. I have actually taken it down to a point that we're satisfied with. It is shaped like a heart. Okay, let me get a little closer here.
Period at the end.
Now I could probably do a little more, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to polish it out. I don't want to take too much off. I have a tendency to try to overdo things, and it ends up biting me in the butt. Making arrowheads, stuff like that. Get down to the last little bit and then break it. But yeah. I am going to, all right, so I used a cutoff wheel to get down into the crevice, and then another grinding wheel, or grinding stone, I should say. I don't know the numbers of them, but yeah, I got a polishing wheel, or a polishing apparatus, and I got some Brasso. This is something I picked up on a video, so we're gonna see how it works. You can see it's not polished; it's dull. But it could be looking like that, so we'll see. All right, we'll get back. All right, so it's not looking like much just yet, but I can actually see. I think it's starting to work. Just gonna take a little bit, that's all. It's gonna be nice. Be right back. All right, little update on the one side here. Look at that. All right, it's working. It is working, because that's the other side, and that's actually just from my fingers and it being on the polish on the towel. I'm just taking it on the towel. I'm actually using something from the wife's fingernail polish stuff, so don't say nothing. But yeah, I knew that these things would polish. If they polish fingernails, it's gonna polish that. I just assumed. And it's working. So again, I'll be back. All right, another quick glimpse, so you can see. Ooh, I'm gonna have myself a heart attack here. After all that work, it didn't break. But I'm gonna pull it with both fingers now. Yeah, you can see how much it's polishing out. Okay, there's the other side. There's this side. More to do. So I'll be back. All right, just a little further along. You can see this is looking pretty good. see how dull the back is still. And we'll be back. All right. So I've been polishing this off and on. And it's just been this side. I'll show you what I'm using. Maybe somebody can give me some tips on this alone. I probably could be using a better something for the rotary drill. That hasn't been messed with hardly at all yet. But this side I've been messing with. And I'll do a little bit here in a minute. A little bit more polishing. But yeah, I basically took a rough stone like that, and it was a lot smaller. I'm going to turn this into a heart. If you can see that. As you can see, that it gets pretty thin on the edges. Like right here, it's 1/16 of an inch thin. So we'll see what happens. I might not be able to pull that one off. We'll see. But yeah, it might be a little bit smaller. This lost a lot of size. So that shininess is just from me using my fingers on it. On that, I've used several different things. This right here is a glass cleaner. Micro polisher, whatever. I don't even know if that's what it is. It's for glass. All right. Yeah. Sold. It's gone. I've also used, these are for fingernail. I don't know what the hell they're for. All I know is they are for polishing nails. To include one of these. And I've used this side right here. Like I said, several different things I've used. I did start working a little bit on this just to see what had happened. Yeah. I'm going to have to take that. What I want to do is turn that into kind of like a diamond. Square it up. Polish all the sides. Yeah. We'll see what happens. Just another thing that I've gotten into. So let's do this. All I'm doing is, oops, sorry. Let's move these back out of the way. Fold this back up. It's just a long process doing it like this. I don't know, I know there's things that you can add to your. Now I get these wheels for the Dremel, but they're not like permanent wheels. It's like you just hoping they stay on, and they don't. So basically putting a little pressure on there, I'm just polishing it, going back and forth. I've been doing this, like I said, off and on for hours. I ground it down last night, started this last night, and then this morning I got up, started working on it. And yeah, I would have to sit here for hours like this. And I can't hardly even keep it in my fingers. You know, it has to do with some friction. I've really never had to polish anything but a pair of combat boots. So if you guys know anything else that works other than something like this, to include, I have been using the Brasso. I know this is going to take a while. I know it is. My question is how long? I want it pretty tight, you know. I want it to be shiny. I don't want it to take 15 years though, you know. So yeah. I'm going to be setting up some things to grind and polish these. This is definitely something my daughter can work with. I have an extension for the Dremel. You can set it up to where all they have is a little tip, like working with a pen, right? I'll get it set up, get it working, and figure out some better way of polishing these. But I'll tell you what, I could come up with something. Attach a Dremel or a Sawzall, right? A Sawzall. And you'd have to make sure that it was, it'd have to be something attached to, say, one of the blades ground down. Attached to the blade would be a stable bar and with a rubber mounting plate on the bottom, something that has a grip to it would hold it down here enough to move it back and forth, just like this. But as you can see, it actually comes up on my finger. So maybe looking into that jewelry glue, something that holds your stuff in place while you're working with it. Real small pieces. I gotta figure out what that is. But yeah. Alright, so this is gonna take a little while. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here. Okay. I'll get back with you on what I end up doing with it. Haven't really figured it out. I just kind of wing this, so you live and you learn. I know that you got to have a little bit better light when doing something like this, and you really should be starting with a little bit thicker material. This was really thin. It was just like I mean, if it wasn't tiger's eye, I'd throw it on the ground. don't know. This is pretty cool looking too, though. We come across all kinds of cool stone. We got so much. I mean, all right, so that's just one of the slivers out of the inside of one of the geodes. And I know the wife showed a few of these, but we're going to be cutting some of these pieces up. Maybe some of the ones that aren't as attractive, I would say, and trying to do something else with them other than just display them as geodes. But yeah, there's some pieces in here that can be polished pretty nice. Nice colors. I also watched a video not too long ago of somebody dissolving the limestone with vinegar from around crystals, which is something I might start experimenting on. We'll see. I have to see what happens. But yeah, I think with a little bit of pressure, because I mean, if I could set a sawzall up on some kind of system where it's got a flexible, maybe like a bungee cord, right? Bungee cord or it just has to be flexible a little bit. And it has to be able to let you go back and forth. I'm thinking. All right. All right. So yeah, I'm thinking about it hard. I think I've got it figured out on how to do this. So if you had something that you want the blade, the whole thing to hold pressure down on this, all right, being, all right, so my hand is a machine. This is the blade, right? And the machine stays in position, right? Stationary. The blade goes back and forth, right? And that's what we need. We need the whole pressure on the whole thing, but we need it right there at the head, not on the blade, but at least at the head. I guess if you had something rigged up on the blade and the head together, but you'd have to make some kind of a table in order for the work to be done on, and you still maintain pressure down on your sawzall. Well, you have to think about that. How can you rig that sawzall on a spring, like kind of like a door closer? And you can adjust the pressure, the amount of pressure that holds this in place. As you can see, once I started coming back with it, it just popped out of my fingers. So, something to play with. One of those inventions, I'm sure there's already something out there that polishes stuff. Sure, it's already been come up with. All right. Now, we'll go ahead and end the video. All right? I've talked enough. You hear the rock tumbler in there? We got 4 more days before we can open that up, and we'll be doing a video on that. All right? And by that time, hopefully I'll have this, it's so slick now, it's just sliding around in my hand. I'm trying to get it to where the light's shining on it, so yeah. Love it. All right, you guys have a good one. Oh, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thanks, everyone. Bye.